Hey guys, Bob McIntosh here, and I want to share with you guys a really cool story that I heard recently while at a Tony Robbins event. And I think it holds very critical lessons for all of us who are trying to grow as entrepreneurs. And I know most of you guys who follow me online are entrepreneurs, so here's the story. So there's a guy, if you haven't been to a Tony event before, named Joseph McClendon III, and he's kind of like Tony's right-hand man in terms of his being a speaker. So if you don't know this, Tony's actually lost a lot of his voice. He can't speak as long as he used to be able to, and so this guy, Joseph, comes in and teaches the event. Now, if you haven't had an opportunity to see Joseph yet, he's a phenomenal speaker. Like, I think I'm pretty good. I look up to this guy. He's that good. But when Joseph first got started, and I don't want to spoil the story for those of you who haven't heard it yet for all of it, but when he first got started, Tony sat down with him and it's like, I'm going to share with you the secret to all of my success. And so Joseph's like, yeah. And he gets out this pen and his paper and he's like ready to go. He's like, now this is the most important thing. Out of everything I've done, all the things, all of the events and all of the reading and all of the everything, this is the most, and he keeps like teasing him about this. And Joseph's like, just tell me the damn secret, right? And he just keeps like, no, this is important. And when he finally gets to it, this is the secret. Proximity to power. Proximity to power, which means if you want to gain access, money, influence, or power itself, you need to be around the people that embody those things, that are where you want to be, so that you can start getting closer to away from where you are now to where you want to be. Now let that sink in for a second. Let that really like resonate for a minute. Now, I want to share with you guys what that means for me in a personal story that happened to me. So as you know, if you've been following me for any period of time, and if you don't, you'll learn this very quickly. I've done a lot of speaking. I've been to a lot of events. I've been in this entrepreneurial world for a decade now. And as I go through this, I started learning that this has never been more true. And so what really struck me was in August of this year, I was at another Tony event, and I wasn't actually even attending. I just happened to be in the same city. Gigi, my business partner, and I, she's a senior leader and hopefully soon to be trainer for Tony. She was there at the event. And we got invited to a party with some very high level folks. Now, when I say high level, I don't mean, oh, hey, here's some cute people doing, 5-6 figures in their business. No, most of these folks are doing 7, 8, 9. I think a few are even doing 10 figures in their businesses. Okay. Let that sink in for a second. These are big time folks. These are businesses I can't even fathom what that would be like to own a business like that right now. But I also understood from one simple, more or less party that I got to hang out to. We go to this suite at the MGM Grand in Vegas, literally the top floor of the MGM Grand, on the corner with this amazing view. It's like, 2 or 3 bedrooms. There's a huge living room, a kitchen. It's 2 stories, this whole thing, right? And I'm sitting there at this event going, man, these folks are operating at a level I can't even imagine right now. I need to spend more time with people like this. And this is not to say that if you're watching this video and you're not there, that I don't want to ever see you. That's not the case. But also understand that each of us has a choice in who we spend our time with and how we spend our time. And if we choose to hang out with people who embody what we want, who are doing what we want, are at the level that we want to be at, and are successful in a way that we want to be successful at, we're going to naturally start to integrate ourselves with those folks, and we're going to elevate ourselves to a different level. And that proximity truly is power. So let that sink in. I want you to start thinking about, who are you hanging out with right now? Who do you spend the most amount of time with? And this is not to say that you have to excise these people from your life, because you don't. But also be conscious of how much time you give to folks who aren't elevating you to a new level. In fact, in a couple of weeks, I'm going to take a rather spontaneous trip to Naples, Florida, to meet with one of these guys. Now, this is a guy who's operating at a level that is unreal, right? First of all, he lives in Naples on like the most hoity-toity of all golf courses, I'm told. I haven't been yet, but it's like the one to be at. Why? Because this guy is around people that are at a different level, and he surrounds himself with people who are at a different level. And even though I'm not at his level yet, he has looked at me and said, I see the potential in someone like you. Let's figure out how we can work together. And that's huge. Think about what that could do for you and your business. So wherever you are, wherever you're watching, whatever you're doing, Think about that. Who are you hanging out with? Should you be hanging out with? And how do you get in front of them? It might actually be that you have to pay to be a part of a mastermind, or pay to attend an event, and you pay a little more to get up to the front with the people who are really doing it. Or maybe it's just simply joining a social club in your town, because the people who join social clubs and go to those high-end clubs are at a different level. I don't know what it is, but I want you to think about that from now on and say, who can I spend my time with, and how do I get more proximity to power? Because that's how you're going to really learn and grow. So think about that, and I'll see you guys in another video real soon.